If you run a service business, chances are you've got a spreadsheet somewhere with your services, pricing, and maybe what's included. And every time someone asks about your services, you're either digging through that sheet or typing the same responses over and over again. So in this video, I'll show you how to automate that entire process using AutoKit's AI agent and the brand new Tables feature. So instead of manually copying and pasting service details, the workflow handles it for you automatically. Let's get started. All right, so before we build this step by step, let me quickly show you the finished workflow. So we've got an AutoKit form that someone fills out when they're interested in one of our services. That triggers the AI agent. Inside the AI agent, we're using AutoKit Tables as a lightweight knowledge base. The agent then searches that knowledge base, the services table, and finds the matching service that was required from the form. That pulls in the pricing and the description of what's included related to that service. Then we use AI to draft a personalized email reply. And after that, Gmail creates a draft for review. And then we've got Slack that sends a notification, in this case to our sales team. And then finally, we add in a SureContact that creates or updates the lead automatically. So that's the full flow. Now let's build it from scratch. First, let's create the services table. So inside AutoKit, here we are. We're under the tables navigation, and we're going to click on create a table button, and we're going to start from scratch. Or you could import it from CSV if you already got one going. And we're going to name ours services demo and click on create table. Think of this as the brain of the workflow. So instead of hard coding service information directly into prompts or workflows, we're storing everything here so it's easy to update later. So let's add in a few columns. First one will be text, and this will be services name. We'll add in description, what's included, price, turnaround time. So those will be our columns. Now let's add in our records for our services table. So our first record under service name will be website redesign. We'll add in a description. We'll add in what's included, our starting price, and our turnaround time. Now I'm going to fill in 3 more service types, and then we'll come back to the video. All right, so I've added in 3 more service types here: SEO audit, monthly care plan, and a landing page funnel build. And the nice thing here is if the pricing changes later or you add in a new service, you don't need to rebuild the workflow. You can just update the table. And because the AI agent is pulling directly from this table, future responses automatically reflect those updates. So with our services table done, let's go ahead and create the form the customers will use to submit their service request. So we're going to click over to forms, and we'll create a new form. We'll call this demo service request and click on create form. So let's start with first name and last name. So we'll add in a couple of text boxes so we can just drag and drop. Change this to first name, make it required. Last name required. Email address, that's very important. Add that in, make that required. Now we're going to have a radio option for the person who's filling out this form to select what type of service they are requiring. So we're just going to drag over a radio selection, and we're going to fill in our radio options. Now the options here have to match what's in your services table. So if we look at our services table, all of these options here for service name have to exactly match what's going to be in our form. So let's fill in our options here. And I'm just literally going to copy and paste what's from our table into our form. Okay. So there are our options. We're going to make this required. Our label here would be service interested in, like that. There we go. And we're going to add in one more field. This time it's going to be a text area. So we'll drag that down there. And this will be tell us anything else we need to know, basically. Tell us more. This just gives the AI agent a little extra context so the reply feels more personalized. And we're just going to click on publish. And then we can click on share, and then we can click on open, and here is our form. Now, one of the great things about using an AutoKit form is that once it's created, we automatically get a submissions table created for us. So if we go back to our tables here, you'll see that we now have a demo service request form submissions. And so this was auto-created for us. And so we don't have to really worry about losing any of our form data. With our table and form now created, let's go ahead and create our workflow. So we're going to go over to workflows, and we are going to create a workflow from scratch. And we're going to call this service request demo. Click on create. So with our form now created and published, let's add that as our trigger. We'll search for forms here, select AutoKit forms, and we're going to select a form that we created, demo service request form, and click on continue and click on fetch data. Now, obviously we don't have anything in our table or in submitted to our forms. And so it's only going to bring in some sample text, and we can click on save. Right, let's bring in our AI agent. So we click the add action. AI agent is right here at the top of the list. Select that. And you're going to need to have a connection to an API. In this case, it's ChatGPT. That's our only option for using AI agents in AutoKit. And so once you've got your connection there, you'll be all set. We can click on continue. And our model here will be 4.1. And now we can get into creating our query for our AI agent. So I've just added in my query here, and it's basically you are a helpful assistant for the name of your company. Potential customer submitted a service inquiry. Using the service details provided to you, write a warm professional email reply. So we're adding that component in here to our AI agent because it's going to be running the show, right? And then we give it specific tasks, high level, find a matching service name from the table, generate an email draft, and then send a Slack message. And then for our session key, it's required. So we're just using the form ID here. And then for additional instructions, we're going to have to add in the dynamic fields from our form so that our AI agent can find matching services and also use the data from the form to send off the email. And so for this, we're just going to add in the first name. We don't even need the last name, really. Email address, we need that, and the service requested. Very good. And click on continue and click on test action. Next up, we can give our AI agent actions that it can act on. So our first stop here is to access the services table. So we'll click on add new action, and we're going to search for tables. There they are there. And for our event, we're going to say find the record. So find the matching service name to the service requested. Click on continue. Select our table. It's not the demo service request form submissions. That's not the one we want. We want the one that has a list of our services. That's the services demo. And then for our matching field, we're going to say find the service name. And then for the search value, we're going to leave that up to our AI agent. And you can click on show options. You can give it specific instructions if you need to. Something like that, collect the data from the matching service name and use it and then generate a draft email. But generally, you don't really need to. That's why it's optional. So we'll click on continue and click on test action. So we'll click on save. Right, so now let's add in our Gmail action step for our AI to use and generate a draft email. Select Gmail, and then our event is to create a draft. If you're feeling very confident, you could have it create and send. You could have it, send email if you want to, but I like to create the draft just in case there's some typos in there that you need to correct. So you're going to need a connection to your Gmail account and click continue. And we're going to leave this up to AI to interpret. Now the from email address, I don't think it's going to know that because we haven't referenced that anywhere. So I'm going to add that in manually. And I think for the to field, we'll also map that in dynamically from the form submission. So we'll just map that in there. But for the subject and the more important body, that's all going to be generated by our AI agent. So we'll click on continue and then just click save without testing the action. So now that we have our Gmail create draft AI action step in there, our last one for our AI agent is to send off a Slack message. Click the plus sign here, find Slack, select send message to channel. And you're going to need a connection to your Slack account here. Click continue. Select the channel that you want the message to go to. In this case, we'll select sales. Now, in my testing with the AI agent, it tends to give us a lot more data than what we need. So I'm just going to swap this out and manually put in the data that I need versus what the AI agent will send. You can absolutely use the AI agent to send the message to Slack, but I think for me personally, it's just a little bit too much information. So I'm just going to take this out here And so I've got my little template in there, and I'm just going to map in some dynamic data coming in from the form. So I've got, the service type, first name, last name, email address, and service requested, and any other information that they want to share with us. And then we click on continue and click on test action, and we'll get a little doot in our Slack, and that is looking good. So we can click on save. So far, so good. And our last action step here is outside of our AI agent, and that is just to update or create a contact in SureContact, our CRM. So we just have a record of that submission. So click on the add action here, select SureContact, select the event. We're going to do create or update contact, select the connection here, and click continue. And we're going to map in some of the details coming in from our form. So the email address would be from the form submission, first name. I don't think we need last name at this point. And then for the custom field, we want to capture the service request type. So we can, I've already got that created in SureContact. So I can select that. I can click on generate custom fields. It will list out all the custom fields I have in my SureContact workspace. And I'll just scroll down here until I see services. Here it is, service requested, and then we can map that in as well from our form data. And then way down the bottom here, we're going to select a tag to this contact of services. There it is right there. And we can click on continue and click on test action, and sample@example.com will be added to SureContact. And then we can go ahead and delete that out of SureContact, but it is all working nicely. So we can click on save draft here, and we can click on publish. And with our workflow published and our form published, let's go ahead and give this a whirl, shall we? So let's fill out our form here. Well, let's say we're interested in a landing page funnel build. Okay, and we'll just click on submit here. So we've received our draft email with the correct email address, and it's got our first name in there. Thank you for your interest in our landing. So I put in the service name. It put in the description, what we have in our table, what's included, the starting price. So it added in all of our information from our services table right here. And it gave us a nice little best regards type of thing from our company. So over in Slack, you'll see that this was our test message that came through. And then this is the message that we just received from our AI agent. It gives us the information that we asked for. And then over in SureContact, here is our new contact right here. It is pending because I have double opt-in on. And so we've got this person right here who has requested our information. And if we scroll down here, you'll see our services has been added here along with their other information, and that they've been added to the tag of services. So instead of manually digging through spreadsheets and copying service details and typing replies from scratch, this entire process now runs automatically. And honestly, this is just scratching the surface of what AutoKit Tables can do. For instance, you could build an internal knowledge base, FAQ systems, sales workflows, or even client onboarding systems. Lots of possibilities here. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more AutoKit tutorials and automation ideas. And if you've got questions about this workflow or ideas for how you use tables, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.